Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. We are continuing on with our magical cat girls as we gather up all of the Unmaker's artifacts and head back into the Great Worm Lake to destroy the Great Worm infestation. When we last left off, we were on an end turn 100. Nice, beautiful round number. We're going to start pushing towards some victory conditions, hopefully today. I don't know entirely what our victory condition is going to be. Simply because we're still pretty far off an expansion victory. We have about 100 of the 160. 110 out of 160 provinces occupied, so we're still like, that's like 50 population, which is not a small amount. It may mean we do some shenanigans with the apocalypse artifacts. I've yet to decide. We're gonna go a little loosey-goose right now. We don't really have any permanent allies on the map. In fact, we don't have any real allies on the map at all right now, which is a risk in and of itself. We have recently killed off the sea base down here, the pirate cove that was attacking us. And I guess this army is just wandering around picking up fleeting fractured infestations. Quite a mouthful. So we're going to spend a turn healing with them. And we had just put over some extra people over here to boost up these guys. God, the waiting for combats are so greasy. I believe that Butcher Ogre was going to swap out for this roving furnace. Then you got 2 golems. And y'all got a bunch of mercs. Oh yeah, we have all sorts of cool stuff in here. Merc needs to be replaced, and Merc needs to be replaced. What a hodgepodge of units. So I'm gonna say let's take the Warbreed and the Inquisitor for one group. Man, there's just like non-stop combat happening here. And then we're going to pull out all these mercenaries. So one group can go down there. One group can go up there. Waiting for combat, waiting for combat. Definitely, I feel like with the way optimization has gone in these latest patches, I won't be playing with simultaneous turns anymore. It is a bit of a shame that optimization has become such a problem in these recent updates. Really feels like it's become a mess. Okay. They're across there. You're auto-exploring. You've recently made a town hall. How much hope do we have on finding the secret cat girl transformation? There is a shrouded gate up here, and when we come down to do this artifact, wherever the artifact is down here, there's another shrouded gate down here I'm going to try to hit at the same time. Those are kind of going to be my priorities today, I think. Now, we don't have our bolstering matrices figured out. We do get a lot of bonus crit, so 3 fortune could be nice. I also don't have a guild in this city. As Materium, we also get 2 guilds per city. So the Merchants Guild, we do have 4 mines. Scholars Guild, we can't get. Mages Guild, we could get. We have 4 farms, but, you know. I mean, that could be useful. Honestly, having the extra food. The problem is that most things around here are sand. So getting access to extra food is not always the, let's say, the most straightforward for us. But now that these guys are gone, also, there is a pretty good reason for us to start clearing out some of the sea-based stuff. You're getting there. You're getting there. For adjacent conduit or research post. You're not showing any boosts for a glyph tower? That can't be right. All right, screw it. For simplicity's sake right now, I'm just going to do this. You built stone wall, which is great. Things I want to really focus on here are always draft. So the glyph tower is valuable. Workers construct can be valuable if we get it near... Well, actually not really. But a glyph tower is... now, a bunch of our stuff is broken because these fractured infestations keep being a pain. I'm not sure where to put you. Honestly. Here might not be bad, though. I think we can make do with that. On the other side of the world, this is a specialist governor, so an extraction nexus is really good here. Province that is marked to be struck by a cataclysm can be changed. Let's hit you. And I think we're basically casting this every single turn now. We have room for another hero as well. We do have access to Good Boy Sunny, who I did think maybe we would use. He's an Ascended Death Caller, which is kind of funny, but he is a puppy dog, right? And I felt like if anybody was going to be allowed in with our magical cat girls, it would be Good Boy Sunny. What do we have in the old item stock right now? Couple of nice tier 3. We do have the Jib Jub Jolly Jogger. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to take him. I think there's something charming about having a puppy dog with us. In with the magical cat girls. He's also really funny looking. Because he is Spawnkin. He was meant to be a golden Labrador that dug up bones. So he was like a necromancer. He is a funny little necromancer guy. We'll give him a Crown of Ruin. And that's it for right now. The magical good boy, right? Initiate a shadow, initiate an order. Furthermore, if I give you Soulbound... No, I can't do it. Did I just screw that? Oh, man, if I had left that, I could have given him Soulbound and gotten access to skeletons. I whiffed it. I whiffed that real bad. All right, well, we'll give you skill, Still as Stone along with Keeper's Mark. I'm going to give you... Let's go with Restore. Reincarnate. I like the idea of still kind of theming you to the undead a little bit. He was a ritualist, I think, before the ritualist rework. So back when ritualists were all about undead. Oh, well. Ah, well. And we can just yeet him in here for now. Okie day. A little bit of messing around. Now ritualists all about them massive heals, yeah. Well, my War Foundry is getting dunked. That's no good. I need that to... Man. That Ironclad is not going to come in at Elite because they're attacking that War Foundry. Unless I do that. I gotta attack them in like this next turn. What a runaround. I'm really quite tired of these fleeting fractured infestations. It's a doggy raised by cats, exactly. Refuses to acknowledge the doggo-ness and believes himself to be a cat. I mean, I feel like my cat Mona refuses to believe that she is a cat and just keeps thinking she's a dog. So I definitely get it. Gab, hello. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, see, I think if I had taken that soul cursed ability, I would have gotten this cursed field trigger. Like, that would have unlocked souls. Frost Wyverns, cool. A company of subjugators arrive at their court. At last we found you. We are the defenders of the Steel Atonement, who discovered that virtuous communities become enlightened when liberated from their faithless. Their focus zeal may even elevate a goater of yourself. In a dream, I received a quest to aid a new paragon of order. Magical Nyan Nyan Claudia Pertin. That paragon is you. Purge my domain of heretics. No, that's really bad. Lose Imperium, but gain a subjugator with Divine Enforcer. Ooh, that's really nice. Unlock the Tome of the Inquisition. I don't hate that. But I like this one the most. Is it worth 200 Imperium? That's hard to say. One of my armies has been hit by an Irradiant Flare. Another one has been hit by an Irradiant Flare. A Cataclysm has struck. Do I have any other of these to divert? Not at the moment. No spell slots available. This is annoying. Spell slots seem to be broken in this current patch because you're meant to be able to hold 2. We got Artisan Fortification. Mass Revive is solid. But Gold Golem is what I really want deep down. Am I not allowed gold golem? Thank you. All right, we got the town citadel here. Let's slap on some stone walls since they're boosted. You want a province claiming pact? No. You're gonna quickly stop these dudes. And then these dudes. Purge this infestation. Boots of Freedom. Oh, those are nice. And then you're going to march on up here. You're not going to be able to reach that War Foundry. But it turns out I have a massive army here. Already? So I'm just going to come over here and auto this. That's fine. Now, you'll come in as a veteran. Much better. Much, much better. All these guys got attacked, which is a bit annoying, but we'll take on this great worm infestation. Doc, hello, welcome. It's cat owner. Sometimes I wonder how much they think of it all, right? Always get the coolest undead things in the game where you decide to do everything but the undead. Yeah, that is tradition. I never get those cool landmarks whenever I'm playing undead. This place is just full of worms. And it has gargantuan tremor. I want to fight this fight because I've never seen this map. And I've never seen this giant Shai Halud. The gargantuan tremors effect. So I'm really curious to see what that looks like. Just finished Chosen Destroyer Fire run today. Chosen Destroyer is so broken when you get some free cities to scale up. Yeah. It gets very, very strong. But, you know, it's meant to. It's kind of the jam. I guess I'll put that roving furnace there, though I'm realizing that is a bit of a risque play. Because if that roving furnace gets hit, it makes ouchie. I'll tell you what, I'm also going to overcharge it. Yeah. You are a support character. So I have my flying warbreed here. Ooh. This stuff's gonna hurt, man. Yeah, this is all gonna hurt quite a fair bit. I'm gonna give them Eternal Grace. Chiu. My Breacher, my support unit, my Inquisitor. Could just tag one of those with the cannon. And unfortunately, I think that might be it. All right. Yeah, we're gonna get. Do they all have that ability or only that sandworm? Please tell me it's only that sandworm. Of course, they're like disrupting everything that they hit here as well. Swallow whole. Base 60% chance of swallowing a non-hero unit. So I had a bronze golem there and it just went gulp and devoured it. Love that. Yeah. And by love that, I mean I don't love that. You're going to overcharge him. You can't really demolish anything, so just Sunder. 22, 14, 16. Try to stack a condemn on him. Do I have anything to like hit you with? Not really. I can condemn it, but it is already condemned. So I'm gonna try taunting it. Nice. Okay, if that's the case, yeah, you're gonna just go for this. Why are you taking damage from that taunt? Oh, because it's a chain weapon. That's right. I always seem to be forgetting about that. I tell you what, if that's the case, why don't you just stack a few more shots in there? And then we'll see how we feel about everything else. I can't seem to hit 2 monsters at once. Thought maybe I'd have an angle there, but... So let's just go for this guy. Man, there is a lot of sandworms to deal with.
Huh?
I don't currently love the look of this. I'm going to have you cast a mass heal. I do wonder if I had you come over, could you kill him? No.
Uh-huh.
But I can have him condemn shot in there. 43% chance on the stun. I assume that all these worms probably have slippery, yeah, so they're not going to trigger opportunity attacks no matter what I do here. So it's really just, I think, focus down one guy at a time. You're going to donk and light everybody on fire. Do your damage, do your damage.
You
There's nothing to break, so just do your damage. This cannon is boosted. But I feel like I could maybe get a kill here if I do this. Forgot to cast Dome of Protection with her on the first round. But at least that's one down. I suppose casting spells on a fractured map is not really a great idea anyway, so... Okay, so there's Shy Halud. Would you recommend doing Songs of Six without the tutorial first and just getting thrown in? If you watched some YouTube videos, I think you could do it, yeah. I think if you went in totally blind to Songs of Six, you'd probably find it too overwhelming. Because again, it's like it feels like there's a lot right off the bat, but it's not so bad once you actually just like learn the basics. All units inside the radius die. Okay, so good news. That makes this job a lot easier. I guess the other good news is everybody can fly. Oh yeah, magical attacks are not so good for us. I'm going to take the hit here. And then take the hit there. Crit? Ah, no dice. Spicy, no dicey. Kill him. Oh, no! Oh, no. Bronze Golem. What's the range on this? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of range.
Huh?
Sorry, baby. I think you're dead. I'm confused. Will this not hit my Inquisitor? Ah, it will. He's just got precog. Yeah, well, those bronze golems are toast then. Not much I can do about that. At least we get to see somebody get eaten, so. Worm look a lot bigger on the map. Yeah, well, these are the baby worms. The big worm is what's coming up underground there, so. Want that worm head on a dragon ruler? Oh, that'd be pretty cool. I could definitely get behind that. Let's polymorph this guy. Now you're a bug. Kill him. Okay. What fourth is my plan? Shoot him. Stab him in the back 3 times. Snapshot him. You can kill him now. You can kill that bug. 129 damage. The Sunring Blast is probably just not a good idea because it does magic damage. Abjure Pylon casts magic shield, grace, and status protection. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. So unfortunately that guy is dead. Let's watch him get eaten. Sick. You know what's really funny? If I didn't kill that sandworm would have died and then my bronze golem would have came out anyway. I think. You're going to cast a big group Grace Heal. Then you're going to come in here. Cannot affect. Okay. You're going to come in there. You're going to come in there. Bolt of Judgment. Stuns. Nice. Cannon can kill him. This other cannon can shoot him. Which allows for a triple Inquisitor play. This Mage Lock. Let's take a shot at him. It's a flank. Yeah. He is stunned though, so probably... Nah. 1822 on that flank.
Away?
I'll take the magic damage because I think we can kill him. Right. Yeah. Probably could have done that a little bit smarter for sure. None of these guys have retaliations left. Okay. This will heal everybody around you? How does this guy work? Molten Spill. Adjacent units suffer fire damage. Oh, that's not a heal. That's damage. My bad, G. So let's snapshot him. Snapshot him. Charge him. Move in with the golem. Oops. I kind of whiffed that, I think. Hit him with the cannon. You got enough to kill him? Bada boom. That's one big worm dead. Vampire Spider Mount. More importantly, Great Worm-like aftermath. The last of the hatchlings fall, and the Great Worm roars in grief and fury. Harpooned by the nomads, the beast bleeds profusely. As it retreats, the blue blood falls into the oasis, creating bubbling pools. The downpour hits Rambuta, the executioner, and the corruption takes hold at once. Her body rapidly changes, turning her into one of the undone, and her anguished screams echo across the lake. No, the oasis has been purged, and I will never see it bloom again. Seeing the tribe gather around her, she grows calm, recalling her duty. I must depart in eternal penance, but my tribe owes you a great debt, Claudia. Our tamed beast will be at your disposal, but what else can we do to repay this debt? You will gain a sand scorpion through the Valley of Lieges. Nice. An anti-essence elixir. Unlocks Mend Fracture. Unlocks the racial transformation spell. Fracture Transformation. Oh, no. Is that so? Detonate Infestation. Oh, sick. 4 population in all my cities. Earth Tremor. Meh. Or 1200 Imperium. Hot dog, dudes. Look, I gotta take this. 4 population in all my cities is crazy. But I'm also gonna tell you what's crazy is putting the Fracture Transformation on here. All other enhancements and transformations get disabled. We don't really have that many transformations. Hyper Awareness. +2 resistance. Angel transformation. Obviously, that's the big one. Critical hit chance. Critical hit chance faithful. Zeal. And a bit of defense. What will we get in exchange? 60% chance of inflicting disrupted. Mana starved. Gains strengthened and regeneration for 3 turns. When hit by a magic attack, when disrupted or mana drained. Control loss immunity. 5 HP, 5% damage for every other enhancement and transformation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably 8 each. So that'd be like 40 extra HP and 40% extra damage. Oh, that's pretty good. That's not kitties. It's not. You are correct. It's not kitties. Cat ears are a transformation. Yeah, but I mean, in the meantime, it could be good though. I didn't know we got that from this effect. I'll tell you what I want to do is put in a channeling chamber so I can get a spell slot here. Can I just rush this for 600 gold? I think I'm going to do that. And then all my cities get to grow quite a fair bit. That's right. You have access to a ton of research posts down here. We'll split it up a bit. You still need a sleeper sanctuary. You also need this breached arcanium. Foresters are the best for you. Okay. Oh, I also have to grow New York down here. Oh, goddamn, I keep forgetting about that. Just gonna fill out a bunch of space there to give them just generic stuff that they need. You're gonna grab this mine. Can I grab this? No, cannot be claimed. This is all touching that workers nexus, so that's all valuable. I guess we'll put another farm in there. That's good. This really helped me like flesh out a lot of our territory. And I tell you what, man, if I got a spell that just lets me nuke these infestations, get rid of this and take up that nade infestation. And I don't know what I'm doing with these guys. I did pick up a subjugator. And I tell you what, we lost a bronze golem over here. So I feel like that's probably the thing to replace it. Understand why this guy can't explore. Okay, pillaged. Pillage, infestations, all good. Recommend doing this tutorial for sticks. Game's pretty complex, bit of a learning curve, yeah. Trick was not to kill the sandworm and wait for the big one to eat it, yeah. They all need to make per mew noises. It's gonna be a mix of per mew and I guess also the golems going like... It is certainly a cursed combination. This guy now has ironclads and shrines of smiting, which is also just nonsense. And a mount merchant. Interesting. What do you got for me? White wolves, death beetles. I'm gonna buy chariot. I don't know that anybody's even using them out right now, but you bound an ancient wonder. I'm gonna just bring you here, and then I'm gonna have you make some. No, those are all mountains still. Oh, man, it is like so hard to get into this territory. Meow. Yep. Okay. You three. Come on up. Take that subjugator. Okay. The host of a ghostly warlord lingers down here. How am I gonna get here? This is the other artifact we need. If I was to get passage through you, I could walk straight down. I need a wizard's bond. All right, well. What do you have here? Fancy cloak. Ooh, a wind barrier ring? I'll also buy that off you, buddy. Actually, do you have anything else I want? Items, resources? No, not really. So we're gonna head this way. I don't want that to break, so I'm just gonna attack these guys. Bronze golem and a sapper, that's fine. Y'all are good. Y'all are good. I think these legendary mercs can just start killing themselves in sea battles. Try to clear out a little bit of that. You're going to go up that way. Okay. 4 mines. You have a lot of quarries here. All right, I'll give you a workers guild. What are my combat spells? They're all order based. And I don't think that's going to change. So let's give a order bowstring matrix in here. And then probably an order amplifier lens. Though maybe a Materium amplifier. You replace ballista towers. You replace ballista towers. We'll work on that. These are all golds and bonuses and bonuses. Okay, let's slap a Masonic Hall in here. You can be rebuilt. You can be rebuilt. Denounce, denounce, denounce. A lot of denouncing's happening. You're being pillaged by Arcanium armies, but that's okay. Planning to continue the Songs of Six run from yesterday. Red Drum, yes, absolutely. Yep. We'll be doing that tomorrow. We're kind of doing like Day of Age of Wonders and a Day of Songs of Six right now and just swapping back and forth between the two. But tomorrow we will absolutely be getting 60. Threw myself in, put down the starter buildings, and now I'm like, well, I probably need houses and food, so let's start with that. That's the thing is, in Songs of Six, there's like a couple of buildings you really do need off the top, like the marketplace, the speaker, the well, the hearth, the food court, the lavatories, the warehouse. That's probably the biggest one. That's a breached gate. I guess I could dismantle those runes. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should just leave them. Lots of fights happening over there. An infestation has invaded your domain. We have our nuke infestation spell, so I'm going to just cast this. And go pop. Now I don't have to worry about any of that. I think they were about to attack it, though. These armies. These armies. Okay, we'll just go for the bases then. If that gets raided, can I take it from them? Fury of Blood Parasites. A giant katana that immobilizes and puts blood parasites in people. Well, that feels like a magical cat girl item if ever there ever was one. People were saying I needed a giant katana. You, and you. Are gonna start sailing down here. Bit worried about like the lack of teleportation I have, but what it is, it's fine. And y'all really can't fight that, so I think I'll just park you back in the city here. some fallback mercenaries in case something goes terribly wrong. We'll throw an academy in here for the meantime. If you're not building anything, let's keep pumping out ironclads. You got an extraction nexus. Let's put an estate hall in here. Meowington has leveled up. So I kind of thought about just like not taking any of the nature spells on these characters. And I kind of like that idea. I have been denounced. That's fine. Sorry, and do I have territory that's about to be hit by another fracture? Yes. 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 Definitely, it would be a good idea if we could get our casting points up to 100 so I could cast that once per turn without having to think about it. Only advice first, make sure you focus on food production above everything else early on. In 6? Yep. I mean, also in Age of Wonders. Honestly, true for most games. If food production is the thing, it generally snowballs you out past everybody else. Would recommend. Let's see if I can just turn him back on auto explore at this point. So your goal is to come down here. I don't think you know how to do that though. So for right now, I guess we'll just keep going this way. You're going to blow up this infestation. Nice. Didn't even lose anybody. Crossbow. Then I think if I have anybody else here, I should start clearing out some of these breached arcaniums. You're going to take out that glyph tower. That looked like it increased the Cataclysm, though it's not meant to. But it could have been something else. You guys are fine. You guys are fine. You're going to take Elemental Mastery, Sassy Pants. Okay. It's Jägermeister, that's right. He just got killed up here. I don't really know what Magira is doing. The fact that I can just nuke infestations with spells now is... it's pretty damn nice. Obviously, they're really good for me to be farming, and I should be making items every single turn, which I'm not currently doing. Cast. Cast. Thank you. This is a mess. You're being pillaged by roaming marauder guards. Okay. You know what? I think these guys can just go deal with that. Little mini ironclad armies. Y'all need to probably start cutting across these mountains. So I guess we'll do that next. Oh, all this stuff can't be repaired until those guys go. Oh, and I suppose not just those guys, but the guys on the other Arcanium as well. One thing that's occurred to me is a lot of stuff is getting broken by fractures, and we can actually start clearing that out with mana, just like spending mana. It's a tier 1 guy we lost here. That's fine. Picked up some Arcanium ore. Oh my god, it's so laggy. Honestly, it's basically unplayable for the first 2 minutes of every round with simultaneous turns on now. Which is like the whole reason I play with simultaneous turns is to knock off 2 minutes of end turn times. So, you know. I think I really done myself a wonder here. An age of wonder for, that is. You've built a workers guild. Build some artisan fortifications. I don't know how I can build this along with ballista towers. So I'm hoping that disappears. I don't feel like both of these are meant to even be here. At the same time. You can take a beacon of valor. Shoelings are strong people. Go without home or food. Libby, hello. Time to upgrade the PC. I mean, upgrades are not currently possible. It's a big part of that problem. The PC's still in pretty good shape, to be honest. Like, there's not a lot of upgrades I would even put on this if I could. Guess if I can divert that, it would be good. Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, we have a lot of mana here. So what is borked? That's borked. 750. A lot of these over here are borked. 420. 500. Though I will be honest, not as many as I thought. 480, 510. Replace those two. Keyher is casting this before it has a chance. Before somebody else triggers the Cataclysm, because it's very close to being triggered right now. Nice. Golden Golem's unlocked. Ascended Warriors, compounding defense. Destabilized Mana Core is a really fun spell. But I do feel like compounding defense. There's the Cataclysm. It's not an issue for me. So I'm going to start trying to cast Men Fracture. See if we can start actually fixing the Cataclysm scores. Wow, that was terrible. Bronze Golem and a Mage Lock Cannon. Or maybe Golden Golem and a Mage Lock Cannon? Why don't we try for that? I might as well make a Mythic army. All of you disembark. Okay, great. Now they can move as a unit. Y'all can get this mana node. Lose mana but receive knowledge? Okay. Deal. And then we'll heal up for that Bronze Wonder. I've been denounced. That's fine. Don't know if it would be a GPU or CPU thing with this game. I mean, I think the biggest issues with the optimization in this game right now are GPU coded. Because it's things like the fog effect causing like major encoding issues for me. Which is new in the last couple of DLCs. Like, it was never an issue for years. It was when they put in the Vampire DLC that it really started becoming a problem. And I think the tech debt has just been probably increasing since then. I mean, my GPU is a 3080. Which is not top of the line anymore, but it is still, like, pretty rock solid. And my CPU is like a 22700K, so... that one's doing fine and dandy sour candy. We have tier 5. Probably then we take Soma Severing so we can get Severing Golems.
Slaying a wizard is similar to slaying any other monster. It necessitates preparation. If your mark is prone to conjuring astral creatures.
I wonder how Severing would work with a Fracture transformation. That's a curious choice. Coast and water is production food. I don't know what type of guild I want. Let's just build fortifications for now. These guys are all just going to hang out where it's safe. Big chunky ironclad army. We gotta get all the way over there. Not a short walk. We're gonna do one more turn of healing here. This will start queuing up defensive fortifications for the most part. We should take a look at what we have coming up in some of this as well. Cities gain additional guilds. Produce merchandise converts an additional 75%. Gain one of all of those. Throne City and cities that share a border with the Throne City gain 10%. I mean, I guess let's go additional guild slot because that seems nutso. Friendly units get more stuff. Spring stones. Gold city structures cost less. Combat casting or world map? I tell you what, I'm gonna take world map casting points because that'll let me cast these this nonsense more often. Which I'm just gonna cast right away. Infinite sensing range for 3 turns. Aha, so I can't reduce the Cataclysm under level 11. But the Cataclysm backfiring is actually good for me and bad for everybody else. So that's something for us to think about. Certainly makes some thoughts easier. I think I might take the Fractured Infestation. Honestly, it kind of feels like it would make sense on these cat girls. I'm ruined. I've gotten myself and my people into debt. I will decide your fate with a Materium check that has a 100% chance of passing. The only way I can pass a test. You got the Bacon of Valor. We'll give you an academy. I'm sorry, you don't have a bathhouse? Oh my god. So none of these guys have the bathhouse XP buff. I'm sure I built it, but it must have gotten canceled. I think the best way for us to go here is probably down into the water and then sail across. You can explore this Arcanium. Pretty straightforward. That is fine by me. Okay. There's lots of people being just like regularly recruited back here right now, so. I guess we'll take compounding defense. And then I'm going to cast Fracture Transformation. Obviously, it's going to overwrite the Angelic, but kind of feels fun. Kind of feels weirdly fitting for these guys. At least until we get Cackerel Transformation. All the other enhancements stay. It's just that they get suppressed, so. They still have value in casting. Everyone gives me 5 HP, 5 damage. 5% damage. So y'all are gonna go here. And then what did we lose out of these armies? Frontline, mixy, mixy, and you're a backline. I'll tell you what, we don't want to put an ironclad in there. Claimed province has been captured, and he has also bound a gold wonder over there. Ooh. Jägermeister is like making a play out east. What is this star up here in the corner? I wonder if she has an artifact. Doesn't look like it. Okay, sorry, and you are support 3 frontliners, so you also need a backliner. Okay. And then we got other big armies. We'll move over here and we'll start clearing out this. Slow and steady. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Over here. I think I'll just throw in a bathhouse for now. But I'll queue up a few of these fortifications as well. We don't really need to make a bounty. Wow, that Cataclysm is leveling up really fast. Disgustingly fast. That was like 1 turn and the computer managed to charge it almost to full from 0. That's okay. I mean, you know, we have the stuff to blow up infestations, so. Cool little magma pool down here. Is that other, yeah, okay, that's still down here as well. It's not far off of where we're going. I think my key right now is I gotta stop the Cataclysm because it's driving me insane. And then I can start just like wiping off. I'll wipe out Megara first for obvious reasons. And then, I don't know, man, probably move on to Jägermeister. I might make friends. Well, you don't actually like me anymore. I don't know who I get allied with. Got live, Vengie folks. Welcome on in. Come on in. Welcome to the chaos that is this campaign. You also have a second guild now, right? But I don't know what you want. I'm just going to put a monolith in here right now. Started playing 2 days ago. Not going to lie, it's a blast. Yeah, still stuck on story maps on easy. Yes. The story maps are extra difficult. So there's absolutely no shame about playing those on a lower difficulty. There's no shame about playing any of the maps on a lower difficulty, but the story maps are a bit notorious for the balance. All right, let's get some more like ironclads. Maybe another Shrine of Smiting up here. Just tanking my Imperium income. Okay, so all of you are going to come up here. Wipe out this guy. Okay. right, okay. And then if I wipe out him, I can actually rebuild all my ruins in this city. Which would be pretty nice. I might lose some units here, but that's, again, fine. Didn't, anyway. Okay, let's start repairing. Did the third story map, the one where you basically have to fight all 5 factions in free cities twice already, was a banger. Yeah, that one is a very mean map. The big caldera. I know it well. All right, a couple of level ups here also. Jimifer, you are my battle saint with the book. My bookie battle saint. I guess I could give you grace. Why not? Can I give you a ring? Very fast movement, swift. Immunity to being slowed and immobilized. I mean, you're on a dragon, which I think gives you most of those anyway. But sure, I'll give you the Volley Veil ring. You have fast movement. Very fast movement would be better, though. Give you a Band of the Killer. And Sunny. Boy, howdy. You have Death Call, right? Raise a random skeleton. So actually, natural vitality is really good for you because it gives you an extra 20 HP on each of those skelly bones. So I'm going to take that. Okay, we're almost there. Upkeep from unit enhancement spells reduced by 25%. Create a random magical material near the throne city. Both of those are pretty good. This gives us back a bunch of mana. Yeah, you know what? I'll take that. Yeah, it's almost 100 mana. It's about 80. You want a teleporter pact. Deal. Will that be a good deal? Time will tell. Filtered so hard by the story maps, I bounced off the game multiple times because of them. Yeah. There's a reason. Like, this expansion came out. It has 3 story maps. I haven't played any of them. I'm curious about them. But I'd rather play skirmish maps because I find them a lot funner. Like, the story maps are cool and all, but they're just like chaos. Playing them on brutal is also just... Or there isn't even a brutal option. There's only a hard option, and playing them even on hard is like... Sometimes it's just suffering. Which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, you all need to heal for a round. Let's keep going here. I was thinking maybe I could take this perched lake bed and it would give me a spot to heal over here. I could build an outpost. I might do that, actually. Because a perched lake bed gets to upgrade to that, like, 30 extra healing per turn. And generally, I've been experiencing you want to heal at least once. I need to bind this portal. This is not bound? Gold Wonder. Okay, you're making a bathhouse. Denounced. I've been denounced. Bounty's been posted. I need to be making items. Do I have anything worth saving here? Lightning Strike. Flame Strike. Current Defense. Tracker's Mark. Magic Shield. Those are pretty good. Greater First Aid. Siege Breaker. Demolisher. Alright, what if I do like a... Siege Master. Demolisher. Greater Farsight. And we'll call this the cat collar. Because it's a little bell. And you got to put cat bell on your cats. It's got to be themed. Got any sort of guides for faction combinations, tome tier lists, tome synergies, stuff like that? I don't have any sort of guides, but I do have like a gajillion playthroughs. So if there is a type of build you want to think that like you're thinking about, I can even like recommend the playthrough to give you the guides for. And most of those playthroughs have a build guide attached, so not like a guide, but like a theory crafted page. Torn between this and Total War Warhammer 3. Ended up buying full DLCs for both. Whoo! Full DLCs for Total War is so much. I prefer Age of Wonders a lot more, not gonna lie. Yeah, I've played those are like the two games that are in competition for my most played hours. And I think Age of Wonders is just starting to overtake Total War Warhammer. Because I played it and streamed it for like years. For the first like 2 years I only streamed Total War Warhammer. So I know that game inside and out. But I've also played so much of it, I basically can't play it anymore. Can you prioritize certain buildings you want to have build up first in 6? You can suspend jobs. So that's kind of the way to do it. It won't prioritize quite the same way, but it will sit in suspension until you're ready to activate it. This guy's having a name day. That's fine. I don't have to go to it. All my guys are at like max relations right now, so. We did get hit by another Cataclysm. That's being attacked. I'm going to blow up this infestation in a minute. I don't have anything else I want, do you? No. Oh, I did pick up that chariot. Is anybody on a mount? I don't even know. You're a staff, you're a staff, you're a spear. Someone's on a golden dragon. So somebody else should be mounted. Sassy pants. Oh, you're telling me you don't get the right looking chariot? All right, well, it's still very fitting for you, so I'm going to give it to you. What did blue just steal? I don't know. My God, a new rally has started. Chi Uwu gets a level up. I'll give you Master of Order. I'm going to give you the free Mending Touch. Because you kind of jump around a lot. Non-flanking attacks. You're currently hypervigilant, so everything is non-flanking. work our way through. Age of Wonder full pack is like €50 more expensive than Total War Warhammer. Yeesh. I guess they've both got a lot of years under them now. But is that like all the Total War Warhammer DLC? Because Total War Warhammer DLC is 3 games and all the DLC for those 3 games. If you want everything. Tell you what, let's build a teleportation circle here. So when I do want to pull those armies back, so I can just do that. We got an armory. I guess a merchant's guild. This city is basically done building, which is crazy. We'll have you walk into the Breached Arcanium. The rest of you can just move up and heal for the moment. Ooh, Archon blood. Then y'all are gonna just, I guess, climb over this mountain and get to work. Shrine of Sighting, Golden Golem, Ironclad. That's 2 back lines and a front line. I think that would probably go Bronze Golem, Mage Lock Cannon. It can be rebuilt. Great. Nice, and we can do our Fractured Infestation here now, Fractured Transformation, so that taking this final artifact is going to be a lot easier for us. 2 more games with 1 and 2 combined with 3 to make 1 game. Yeah. Bought the 3 DLCs, which was like 80 to 200. You're telling me there's even more to buy? Yeah, so the way Total War Warhammer works is it's 3 games that all build on each other. So the first game is, if we're looking at like a world map, the first game is basically Europe. The second game is North America and South America, is the Americas and Africa. And then the third game is like China and all of Asia. I should probably say the continent name. As well as, I suppose, Antarctica and the Arctic. And so depending on what factions you want to play, there's DLC for each game that affect those.
Such love.
Half by 19 years. Thank you so much for 19 years of subs. I much appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for building us submarines. Finally building orchards in 6. Yeah, I mean, I would expect to lose like a round or 2 of 6 getting started in that game. Just because there's a lot of pieces to it. All right, you guys attack them. Bwah, bwah. Cloak of Hexing. And a chest plate. I actually think I'm missing armor on a lot of my people, so... on all of my people, maybe? Which DLC would you recommend for a new player to Age of Wonders 4? I want them all, but it's a lot. You definitely don't need any of the DLC. I would 100% say that. If you're just starting out, you can just play the base game. I think Giant Kings is probably what I would give as my top recommendation, because it adds landmarks to the map and they make the map really cool. They just do a lot of neat stuff. So I would definitely say Giant Kings is my top DLC. After that, it really depends on like what you're looking for. You know, Dragon's Dawn is great because it adds a whole bunch of dragon units, and the dragon units are like really fun, and they add a whole other ruler type. Vampires are fun if you want to do a bunch of vampire stuff. you know, Eldritch stuff is fun if you want to do a bunch of Eldritch stuff. Though I generally find like the Eldritch stuff feels more out of place than everything else in a weird way. Like the umbral effects are really, really... It's like a major change to a map when umbral creatures start invading compared to everything else, which kind of feels like it fits a bit more thematically in. That being said, I do really like the Eldritch DLC. It's quite cool. But also, like, Eldritch Realms don't work with Shrouded Realms, which we got in this DLC, which is also really good. This DLC is really good. It has, like, 6 books, which is huge. And it adds the Shrouded Realms instead of the Umbral. Like, I would take this one over Eldritch Realms, for sure. And then the other ones are just like, you know, it's flavor. It depends on what you want to play. If you want to like do some cool Nomad stuff, obviously the Nomad one is fun. But yeah, I would say Giant Kings, then probably this deal. I would say like Giant Kings, Dragon's Dawn, and then this DLC. I feel like add the most. And I know Dragon's Dawn doesn't add a lot, but dragons just do feel like they are very present in the world, and they fit in really, really well with everything else. Don't have a lot of DLC so far. I've just gotten the ones I really like theming for: dragons, Eldritch stuff, giants. Yeah. Do not badmouth my tentacle tome. I'm not badmouthing it. Let's get crit on her. And you do have a chest piece. Very good chest piece. And you have a chest piece that gives you quill hide, which is really good. I guess I'll give you this stalwart chest piece. Why not? I'll heal another round and get that Archon's blood. Part of me, and just like thinking about what exists as well, I have to be like, what other DLC are there? Funny how the brain worked like that. Oh, my ruler has leveled up. She is going to get... Flanking attacks deal more damage. Melee attacks do sundered. Flanking attacks do damage is good. What I really want is Ranger 2. Yeah, I think you're just going to get evasion. And I do think, let's cast it. Fracture Transformation. It's going to be really curious because it's also going to turn off things like Faithful. I don't know that we'll keep it, but there's something about it that feels right. I'd like to be able to see like how much HP you're getting from that effect. All right, the Phantom Hills. Approaching the inactive siege machines marked by the Warlord, your troops start to hear a multitude of clicking and hissing. Carefully observing them from a distance, we notice blurry movements with the metallic carcasses of the war golems. At last, a large sand scorpion comes forward, assuming an aggressive posture with the clickety-clack of its scissors echoing down the hills. It's clear that these creatures, attracted by the emanated heat of the war golems or their scorpion guise, have made the abandoned siege machines their shelter. Oh, cool. Okay. The sand scorpions and their horde of wasteland dwellers have infested the war golems. Ooh. If we defeat them, we salvage the war golems? Okay, I think we became a lot more powerful with this upgrade. The war golems are ready to be employed. Oh, that's right, because this one ends with like a siege of a phantom city. The lonely ghost of a lieutenant lingers. As your troops approach, he starts to mumble. We're positioning the battalions on this hills, ready to descend upon the Unmakers. We all perished in the fracturing, but it was not the end. Rally the ghostly host. Or defeat them in combat and we rally them for free. I don't imagine any of these are really going to be fights. It's my war breed. Do I want to lose my war breed? Do you have a special thing? Fractured war breed looks pretty sick. Cat ear war breed would look even better. You had a special thing, but I think the fractured transformation took it off. I don't really want to lose that. We still have a lot of fights here to do. Dragons are very fantasy. Dragons aren't real. Hurt my cats if I'm 2 minutes late with their kibble. Do they become dragons? I'd believe that. Yes. Your front line is Inquisitors? I see the problem here. I see the problem here. Meow, 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 meow. Dome. Domers. You're gonna heal them. You can taunt them from there. Oh, they resisted. Never mind. You're gonna cast Rejuvenate. And you... Oh, I no longer get overcharge either because of fractured infestation, the fractured transformation. All right, let's see what they got. Cool thing is I also have nothing to like be disrupted, which is handy. Can't get cat ears with this transformation. Again, we have to get cat ears and then we can overwrite the transformation with cat ears. Like, angelic transformation is also a major transformation, so... Oh, it sucks. You can't hit anything good.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
We'll do a rite of restoration on them. Not that they needed that.
Uh-huh. Away?
You can't really get in a good position there, can you?
Yeah, what?
Unless... Oh, shot in the back. Shot through the heart and you're to blame. %90 chance of inflicting 25 morale. Well, that's not great for me. Oh, this is nice. Triple cannon shot.
Yeah.
Now, this breacher can come forward.
Yeah.
and shoot the 3 of them for big damage. If you were to go here, you can cleave the 2 of them, which would give this guy the ability to come in, charge there. Obviously, I'm just ignoring these guys in the back at the moment, but you, I just want to leave your flanks protected.
Yeah.
Snapshot there. I get a second snapshot. I have the flank on him, so we might as well snap him and then get rid of the Warbreed. Everybody comes back to life because I forgot that that's a thing on this map. But at least they're stunned for the round. Norath, hello. Is this my first ever playthrough of Age of Wonders on the YouTube? Goodness, no. Goodness, no.
Oi.
We've done so many. At this point, we've done an outrageous amount. Guess let's have you just kill them. And then maybe you can kill them. You could stab a bunch of them. We can double cannon. This cannon's gonna have a harder time. You can charge strike without lighting everybody on fire. And you can come in and shut down that mage. Subjugator there. That guy's down, and you should be able to just like come up and shoot this guy in the back probably. Critical 97. Yeah, I see no reason to lose that Warbreed whatsoever. Not this one, you illiterate reading fool. Is your first one on the play? Oh, yes. Sorry, I am an illiterate fool. Yes, it is. It's actually, believe it or not, a magical cat girl campaign. The very first campaign we ever did, we played as magical northern kitty cats named Turg, and it is on. It doesn't have an individual playlist because it's like way back when, but it is there. All right, those guys are rallied. Illiterate reading fool. That's me. That's me in a nutshell. You guys are healing. You guys are vibing. You guys are vibing. Cathage. Still haven't cleared out this Sanguine Sanctorium or whatever it's called. Boop, 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 boop. Let's grab that. I don't care if it's been claimed. Do we have no infestations, but there's a few targeted provinces, so we can start focusing on them. Oh, there is this infestation. My bad. Sorry for barging in and asking. Not at all. Don't worry about it. Did I have a video of Eldritch Sovereign gameplay post-Scorpion? No. With the Nomad DLC? No, we haven't done an Eldritch Sovereign post the Nomad DLC. don't think so. I think we did a dragon playthrough. Possibly. I haven't done an Eldritch Sovereign playthrough in, honestly, a while. It's probably due. We are, I would dare say, due for another. Let's make another one of these cat collars. Casting, Farsight, Caretaker, Demolisher, Army Maintenance. This is Demolisher, Siege Master. I mean, for now, I'll put that on her. The first of 7 magical cat girl campaigns that Agent promised us way back in 2020. Entering the prison pit of the ghostly encampment, your troops shudder at the sight of the locked-in spy. More questions it asks, and your men gaze into the abyss of its fractured head. It's high time. I've been starving to talk. The entity speaks in such a sense of an astral pull, its very presence draining your magic. The fractured Avoca is feeding on your mana. Whatever information of the warlord is after, you should try to attain it quickly. Honestly, he shouldn't be able to, because we're also fractured, but... I'm just gonna give it some mana. That way we're in a little better shape for this fight. With the ghostly host reassembled, the warlord marches out to complete his unending siege of Agrabris. The deeper he ventures into the ruined city, the more discontented he grows. Where are the spell-slinging dastards? He shouts angrily. At last, the warlord reaches the central crater and silent memorial of the fracturing. Guided by some ghostly intuition, he plunges into the rubble, returning with a radiant object. What sorcery is this? This cannot be unless you are an unmaker. He says... Yay. What are these guys? Oh, heralds. Now this is what I really truly want in my army. Oh, actually these don't count as constructs? Did they take the construct tag off of this? I thought they were. They're elementals now. Okay, these were for sure constructs. I know for a fact these were constructs before, but now I guess they're elementals. Can anybody reach that fight? You can. Oh, we still stomp them here. Also, I can't allow the AI to cast combat spells now. Now that we're fractured. Because we can't be mana drained.
Well, we're gonna be fighting this one ourselves.
Kind of like the Dragon Leader. I'll watch that one. Thank you for answering. Not a problem. I think we did a Dragon one for Nomads. I think we only did like 2, maybe 3 Nomad campaigns. Okay, we have a lot of heralds. This side's not so bad, but this side is a bit scary.
Yeah, ma. All right.
Okay, I guess I'll put you here, you here. You can sit there. You can go there. Put you all the way over since you're a bit more critical. Let you cast Mending Touch.
Away.
Far.
All right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't really have much of a front line here. I guess let's lock those mage locks in. We'll just drop a rejuvenate on these dudes. And then patch them up. Patch them up. It is funny, man, how debuffed you get with the fractured stuff. Like losing all of your... what makes your guys sort of unique from all your books just for the flat 5%. It's hard to say if it's really worth it. But, I mean, I do look at how little damage we take universally from all of this, and I'm like, okay, well, that's pretty good. Do you have, like, an order of operations or rule of thumbs for what moves we make? Not a strict one, per se. Though, definitely loosey-goosey rules. Do you mean, like, for map or for combat encounters? That's a warlord there. I should have maybe paid better attention to that. He's gonna be tough.
Away?
Okay, he's stunned. That's good. Late game combat encounters. Yeah, generally what I would do is I would look at charge units, enemy charge units, and see sort of where the edge of their combat zone is. And then I would push up to just outside of that, or just into it if I have spears. And then it's just trying to set up basically pockets around support units, focusing on AoE so I can kind of get like large buffs. Again, it does kind of vary because, you know, if you have troops that I guess, like, just for example, if you have troops that don't, what am I trying to say here? If you don't have a lot of AoE buffs, then I can focus on, say, like, spreading the line out more. Versus, like, if I have things that are 1 hex radiuses, I really want to kind of zone in on those as much as I can. I'm saying, like, all of these spells are basically useless. In a weird way. Target can't be affected. I can blow up that tree. Man, this sapper ability sucks. Demolition Blast, it's not good. It really does not do the damage that it feels like it ought to be doing. You can hit 2 there. You can hit 2 there. You can hit 2 there. That might be worth it because he's got triple retaliation attacks. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. I'll tell you, I'll let you attack those. You got pushed back, and that puts you in a really bad location. Because if I attack, it's going to hurt all my own guys. I gotta try to get rid of him. Snapshot. So that lets me charge forward. So at least it's only my frontline units getting burned. I'm gonna snapshot him. You have a magic origin slayer. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Let's nuke that. Because this Inquisitor can also just pop a shot into this guy, I think. Keep himself open so he doesn't get flanked. And then... Ooh. No, you're just going to go forward one and hit him. It's not very good, but it's okay. Find them overwhelming, curious to the approach. Oh god, I forgot about the resurrections. Yeah, it's definitely often about sort of keeping your guys together and trying to move in a bit of a formation. But again, like, it does really vary because it's like certain, you know, this composition has a lot more skirmishers than I might necessarily use in an army. I do love sort of just the traditional, you know, shield. If I can have a shield with 2 spears on my front line and then like a caster, an archer, and a support unit in the center back, that's what I like to try to do for my main armies because I find it's a really, really balanced situation. But then skirmishers and charge units, obviously, and magic units, magic fighters don't really fit into that composition. So it does end up varying a little bit based on what it is that I'm looking to do. Any of these double hit? That one does. That one does. You can finish him off then. And then generally it's like I'll pick a side of the field and try to work from one side to the other. Often kind of saying like, where is my core versus where are my flanks? Like in this example, this is sort of the core of the fight because it's like tier 4, tier 5, tier 5, tier 4. So I know that all the big enemies are here. So I've often been trying to run this side first to see, can I collapse a flank before I move them all in?
Yeah.
Which, you know, doesn't always work. What are these guys? Honor blades. I'm gonna polymorph you.
Huh?
God, that is very little damage. I might as well move my Warbreed up here and start dealing with these guys in the back. Yeah, this is not really gonna break anytime easy. So you can go here, you can go here. Shut down him, shut down him. I don't think that breaching shotgun's a good idea. Let's just magic strike him 3 times. That's also doing basically nothing. You're gonna spill on everybody. Spill again. Chio, you might as well take those 3 hits. You're gonna charge him to get rid of his attack. And unfortunately, you're just gonna spill on over. Now, I have an 80% crit chance on this. So I'm going to take it. Felt pretty good about that. How are we on health? Decent. I want to use this guy's Rite of Restoration, but he can't use it in Zone of Control. That doesn't do much for me. Yeah, there's nothing I can do here. Always redo the battle and keep doing them. This is very true. I think hitting that retry button, especially if it's like because you've learned something, is always a good idea. There's so many different types of units, especially when you're just starting off. Even sometimes I go into battle and I'm like, I don't really know how this unit works. I'd like to take a bit of a deeper look at it. Ooh, what do we have? All right, let's pop those.
Huh?
So here, because like the Mage Law cannons remove retaliation effects and affect a group of 3, I'm kind of looking at them a little bit differently than I normally would. Part of it is like, how do they get kills? Or like, are there kills that they can get? No, you might as well take the retaliation attack there. You're going to take that hit, but then this Inquisitor is going to move in. And you're going to cast Rejuvenate on this pod. You're just going to cleave. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. You're going to get Molten Spilt a bunch.
Uh-huh.
You're going to kill him, which lets me run at this guy in the back. Also gets the Molten Spill out of the way.
You what? Hmm.
You can taunt him. That's really good.
All right.
Now, I'm going to patch this guy.
You
Because
what?
I think he's going to get beat up. And I'm going to patch this guy because he's in pretty rough shape. I'm going to take a snapshot, and then I think I'm going to move. Actually, oh no, I don't need to move. Oh, burning, burning, burning. I did not get the kill on him. All right. He's going to pop that.
Yeah, ma.
Run to this guy's flank. Charge him from behind. Actually kill his morale, which is really nice because he's a subjugator. Ooh, my Inquisitor. This reminds me, I believe we have a rally that we haven't used yet. Nice. I managed to pull everyone off of this guy, so I can also just cast Rite of Restoration now. Which is a massive heal. And then you're going to try to stun shoot him. She's going to resist.
Away? Uh-huh.
So you're just going to move in there. You're going to have to move back one, take the hits. Double kill with that Mage Lock cannon. Let's get rid of his retaliation attacks. Get rid of that bubbling pot.
You what?
Key attacks him. He attacks him. Chio goes for the back of this guy. Is bubbling over with a bunch of that, so let's get rid of that dude. There's one of them here. Let's get rid of him as well. I think I'll send this Warbreed over here to help out. And then I tell you what. You're going to go here into this guy's flank. You're going to snapshot him. Hoped for the crit, but didn't get it. But I will get the bounce on that shot and do a ton of damage. He's broken and running. He's about to break. Precog on a bunch of these guys. Precog. Interesting. Of course. All of my golems and stuff, right? Like, they still get all of these abilities.
All right.
It's funny that I just, like, forgot that. You can shoot him. You can shoot him.
Yeah.
That dude's gone. Snapshot. Double snapshot. Mage lock. Oops. Did you not double snapshot? I must have screwed something up there. That's okay. They're cleared. Without losing a unit. His spirit is about to violently perish. The warlord is finally able to see the truth. The fracturing, all these years, this eternity, I've been dead. You have ended my vengeful curse and liberated my soldiers. May they find peace at last. He hands over the essence sheath. Restoring a ruined node is 20% cheaper. Receive additional 3 gold and 3 production in astral barrens and sand. We have a lot of sand. We could take enough experience to rank up and 100 renown. I could gain 3 war golems or a bunch of draft. I like war golems, but at the same time, I have better units than this. So I think I'm just going to take the XP, and most importantly is the renown. Nothing screams more Kakor than war golems. What about golden golems? Hate auto-resolve sometimes. That was awful. Sometimes it's brutal. Anti-Brian, hello, hello. As you claim the essence sheet, the other artifacts begin to crackle. Bolts of negative energy coil out from you, imbuing you with their power. The energy courses from you head to toe, and your eyes blaze like a beacon of hollow flame. You feel your body drawing magic from the very air, and in an instant you can feel it. A power so vast it could change the realm. A power that could defy existence itself. In that moment, it seems to last forever, and you must make a choice. What will you do with all this power? Take a Cataclysm victory. Redirect the energy and heal the fractures of the realm. As long as you hold at least 3 artifacts, you become known as the Mender of the Fractured Age. The domains of your empire can no longer be targeted by Cataclysm. At the beginning of each turn, the Cataclysm meter and level will decrease, stabilizing the realm. When it reaches 0, the world will be cleansed of fractured energy, destroying the Cataclysm and the artifacts and ceasing any unfinished fated regions. At the beginning of your turn, nomads will pilgrimage to your city, seeking to join the one who put an end to the fractures. This increases their population and city stability. Or cast off the energy and safeguard the artifacts as their guardian. You'll be known as the Guardian of Hubris, unlocking the recruitment of all fractured units in all of your cities. They gain 3 extra ranks upon recruitment. Wow, that's low-key kind of nuts. Considering I'm going for an expansion victory, I think having a bunch of nomads head to our cities. Obviously, just taking a victory is fun, but I did say we were going to try not to do that this time, so I'd like to see what other options there are. The wind falls still and a strange calm settles over the realm. You've gathered the Unmaker's artifacts and are using their power to heal the world. The fractures will scar this barren land beginning to wane, shrinking in both number and size. The astral currents flow once more through the world, filling it with life. Whoa, my words. The nomadic tribes sense the change and flock in great numbers to their savior, and the prophecy of the mender of the fractured age is becoming true. Soon there will be no cataclysms or hubris to torment this realm. The Essence Sheath. Now, what's also really cool here is I can build a city on these ruins and then have an outpost on the other side of the map. But I do need 500 Imperium. Unless I can only dismantle this ruin, I'm not sure. But I do feel like having a teleport down there is pretty nice. In the meantime, at least we have our teleportation circle up here. Guess we'll grab a room of recall. I don't know what guilds I want up here. I suppose sand is really valuable to us now because the Essence Sheath. 3 production and 3 gold. I do also need to get that Nemu spell. Hubris of the Unmakers. Yeah, I don't know where the other artifact is. Hiding away somewhere. Claudia's leveled up, which is great. So she can take Paragon of Order or Paragon of Materium. This would give her large target 20 HP and 30% damage. This gives all units Resurgence. And every time she kills something, all friendly units gain HP and morale. I gotta be honest, she kills something basically multiple times a turn. So this allows an insane amount of extra heals. As tempting as it is to put 20% extra damage on her, I just don't think we need it. You have maxed out your renown, which is great. People should hopefully start being happier with us now, too. 11 turns until the Cataclysm is cleansed. Huh. I wonder if we get like a different victory for completely cleansing the Cataclysm. Genuinely, I don't know. But why don't we find out in the next episode? Because it's the perfect place to cut it. We just got our final artifacts done. We'll see you back here next time. Until then, bye-bye.